Normally, when you have more than one chef in a kitchen at a time, you got a problem. This morning's guest is going to have 30 chefs in her kitchen all at one time. Who is she? You'll meet her coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Sheraton Myrtle Beach Convention Center Hotel on the corner of 21st Avenue and Oak Street in Myrtle Beach. We're focused on the Myrtle Beach Area Hospitality Association's upcoming trio dinner to benefit hospitality education. And we're visiting with the committee chairman, the general manager of the Sheraton Myrtle Beach Convention Center Hotel, a long title, Suzanne Hinde. Good morning, right. Suzanne.
Good morning. Thank you
How
very
about
much.
it? Thanks for letting us into your house.
Well, we appreciate you coming to our house.
This is amazing. Right here on the second floor, and right in between Vidalia's and Coffee and Cream and the M-Bar right behind us. Are they serving here at 7 a.m.?
Not quite at 7.
They're not, yeah. But Vidalia's and obviously Coffee and Cream are going strong.
They are.
Right.
This is where the entertainment and all the food is for the hotel.
It is an amazing setup here. This second floor is probably one of the hottest locations in the hotel. Not to take anything away from the lobby area,
Right.
but really the Vidalia's is wonderful.
It is. We are actually installing what we call the link this year, and ideally I would have liked it to be on the second floor because of the outlets already here.
Right.
But because I don't have the space, the link, which is like a cyber cafe, will now be located in our lobby area.
Oh, great. Okay, good. Yeah. Wow, the link, a cyber cafe.
It is. It's something Starwood has for an initiative for all the Sheraton properties, and basically it has 7 computers where people can get on the internet. Access is free for them to get on, and it creates a very nice environment for them to sit down and do work or email home or whatever they may need to do so.
Great.
So we hope to have that completed by the end of June.
Tremendous. Okay, good. So as the summer season really rolls up.
And we'll be ready for it.
That is wonderful. We want to talk more about the hotel, obviously about the trio dinner, but real quick about yourself, Suzanne. Are you originally from the area?
I am from Winston-Salem. That's where I actually grew up.
A Tar Heel native, yeah.
I am. That's where I grew up most of my life. And went to Appalachian State.
Another good Tar Heel institution.
Feel like I'm pretty much a Carolina girl, if you want to say that.
Yeah.
And when I graduated from Appalachian State, I then moved to Charlotte and started working for Interstate Hotels and Resorts.
Oh, good.
And that's actually the company that manages this particular property.
Is that right?
So I've been with them
the same company you've been with them
for 20 years.
Wow, get down. That's tremendous. Just in Charlotte and here in Myrtle Beach?
Oh, no. I have traveled. I have moved 10 times with my company.
10 times?
I actually started off in food and beverage, in room service, and worked my way through all different types of departments: housekeeping, sales, reservations, with a heavy concentration in reservation and sales, but moved 10 times all the way from Charlotte to out in California to Denver, to Pittsburgh, to Ohio. So,
boy, Suzanne.
I'm glad to be back in the Carolinas.
Yes. Do you still have family in Winston-Salem?
I do. My family is still there. And we do visit frequently.
Right.
I have small kids, and it's important that they're close to Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah, so Grandma and Grandpa are both there in Forsyth County. That's tremendous.
They are.
Well, that is great to be able, and that's a pretty straight shot right up, 220. I mean, heading up past Ashburn, getting up there. So
it is
do they
very
come
easy.
Down often?
They do.
You live at the beach, remember? Yeah. Sure.
I do.
Your grandchildren. I mean, your children don't mind reminding them.
That's right.
We live at the beach. Y'all come see us.
Come here. But yes, we do. We go there and they come here, so it's perfect.
That's
for us.
wonderful. How about those 10 locations? Any of them that really stick out, Suzanne, if you, of course, weren't here running the Sheraton Myrtle Beach Convention Center Hotel?
Right.
Any of those properties that you were in that really tickled your fancy? Or
I really enjoyed living in all the different areas.
Right.
It really gives you, a broad range or a scope. I like to find the positive in all the areas, and I truly did enjoy each of the different areas. I think they brought different things
a good answer,
to the area. I'd have to say that I'm probably the most happiest here in the Carolinas.
Right.
I was in Raleigh prior to here. I really enjoyed Raleigh.
Good.
But you know, I really enjoy Myrtle Beach as well, and hope to be here a long time.
So that is, the answer is Raleigh and Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Of the 10 locations.
That's right.
Really, Myrtle Beach is the centerpiece. That's great. Good.
It is. It's hard to go on vacation now with my kids because now they sit there and they don't want to go to a beach because they have that here now.
Oh yeah.
You
That's
can do that at home, Mom.
That's exactly right. The beach is very close at hand, and of course, recently the Heart Ball was held here. I actually spent the night here, and looking out on the city from here.
I know.
And looking out of the ocean, you get such a great appreciation of Myrtle
Right.
and of all the amazing properties up and down the coastline. Of course, being a convention center hotel, you're driven both by tourists as well as hopefully principally by convention goers.
Right.
Yeah.
The group piece is definitely, you know, our bread and butter and what we focus on.
Yeah.
And from a hotel's perspective, you're right. I mean, the guest rooms from a view, I think we have the best view, even though we're not oceanfront, because you do get the broad range of the Grand Strand. So we do have some of the best views.
It is amazing. I don't think anyone could. It's really an encouragement for folks to find charity events to come to. Maybe the trio dinner on Monday the 14th to be here. Are folks going to actually be? It's a Monday night, but are room opportunities available for folks to stay over?
Absolutely, absolutely. If they'd like to stay, we would love to have them.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. But some of the charity events, surely there's oftentimes great rates. Great opportunities. The Heart Ball was a tremendous one. Thank you for making that rate available for folks to be here. But the trio dinner, real quick for folks who aren't aware of the trio dinner.
Okay.
Give them a little summary as to what they're going to see here on Monday, April 14th.
Okay. The trio dinner brings 10 to 12 local chefs, and we actually pair the chefs up with a college student from Horry Georgetown Tech, as well as a high school student that's involved in the ProStart program.
ProStart.
Right.
Okay.
The Academy of Technology Academics program. And what they'll do is the chefs will work with those students in actually creating the menus that they'll serve for the event. They want them very involved. It's not only a fundraiser for the educational programs, but it's also a mentor type ship for those individuals participating in the program.
Wow.
So the chefs will work with them and create a menu, and then they will bring them in the day of the event and start prepping and really have them cook the event.
Wow.
And then serve the group in action stations here on Monday, April the 14th.
Right.
So it really serves dual purposes. So, you know, it's a great program and mentorship and letting these students know how important it is and the roles that they can play in the future.
Absolutely. You say action stations, meaning that folks who come to the dinner that night can go from station to station.
That's
each
correct.
of the ones, right?
That's correct. Each of the restaurants that are participating will have their own station in which they'll serve food items.
Great. Wow. And you've got how many restaurants? You said 10?
We have 10 currently signed up.
Right. Good.
So, and you know, we expect good participation.
Sure. You may even get a couple more in the last 10 days here, right?
We can. We're sort of a last-minute industry.
Yeah. Listen up. Wow. If a viewer needs to get off to work now or get family off to school, is there a good phone number? Is it the 626-9668 number?
That is the number
good
to call.
number to call to
correct.
actually get a ticket or to find out more?
That's correct.
Okay.
Or they could do it on the website, which is www.triodinner.com.
Trio Dinner, T-R-I-O dinner.com. That's great.
Right. That's
How exciting to have a website dedicated to this event itself. That's wonderful. Is the Trio Dinner been around a long time, or is this the first year?
This is actually our second year in doing the Trio Dinner. And the first one went very, very well. Great positive reviews.
Yeah.
My chef did participate in the first one.
You say my chef.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Is that your husband?
No.
Yeah. Oh, right.
No.
Yeah.
But my chef did participate in the first one, and he obviously participates in a lot of different events. And really enjoyed working with this one. He felt that it was rewarding on a personal level, you know, working with the two students and mentoring them, as well as raising money for the culinary industry, education industry.
I'd love to focus on the other 9 chefs, but to kick it off, your chef, meaning the Vidalia chef, the chef right here.
He is. He not only oversees the hotel's restaurant, but we also do catering food service on the banquet side.
Oh boy, so he is a busy camper.
He is a very busy man. So he had joined us about 2.5 years ago. He's been with Interstate now for, I want to say, 14 years.
Great. That's
right.
tremendous. Much like yourself, what is it about Interstate that sets the stage to keep folks with them? I mean, it's probably rare that someone is with, or is it not, not rare that folks are with the same company for as 20 years, 14 years? That's tremendous.
For Interstate, it's fairly common. They do a very good job in taking care of us and maintaining. So going up to our corporate office, you will not be surprised to hear people there 25, 30 years.
Is that right?
It is.
The company's about how old? About that old or a little older?
Yeah, it was formed, I believe, in the mid-1960s.
Right, tremendous. So 40-some-year-old company.
That's
right.
Wonderful. So has gone through a lot of changes, but it is a great company. So they really work on maintaining great personnel. So
yeah.
And
you highlighted that you've been in locations as far away as the West Coast, LA, San Luis Obispo.
Right.
So that means they've got more than just a handful of properties, Interstate.
Oh, yeah. We have about over 200 properties.
Is that right?
And they
all either
are
own or manage.
Sheraton, Radisson's, Hilton's, Marriott's, Embassy Suites, with the largest chain probably being the Starwood chain, as well as the Marriott's. Probably the biggest. And Hilton is actually very big for us as well.
Is this your first general managership, Suzanne, or had you done that in some of those other locations over the years?
This is my third.
Your
so
third.
I
Wow.
started out as a general manager at the Embassy Suites in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, good.
And then from there transferred as the general manager at the Sheraton in downtown Raleigh.
Oh, exciting,
And then
Suzanne.
when we took over the management agreement in September of 2005 is when I came here.
That is wonderful. Well, that's been a big deal for the city. And of course, do many cities have convention center hotels? Is that a common thing? I mean, because clearly it's a great thing for the city of Myrtle Beach to have this is what, a 404-room hotel, a tremendous location.
Right. Most cities do have a convention center hotel. I'm not sure that most cities own the hotel like
this setup.
This setup is done. But most hotels, it's very important when you're going after large conventions that their attendees and their exhibitors can stay in a facility that's very close and really being attached to the convention center. So it makes sure that they get a very captive audience and makes it easier for their exhibitors and their attendees. So it's very important.
I remember interviewing Tom Leith. We actually were filming up in the presidential suite as y'all were opening with your predecessor, and to be here with Tom and hearing him talk about how critical it is to be able to have, and it's not even thinking about tourists, but to be able to have and not necessarily the convention goers, but the folks that are working the booths to be able to go up to their hotel room, come right back down, and to be there at all times for the folks who are coming to the convention. They happily can stay all over, up and down the beach. It's thrilling that we've got tons of hotels, but the folks that actually work the convention need to be right here on site to be able to go up to their rooms and prep before coming back down.
And that's extremely important to planners, very important for planners.
Yeah, which is great. Okay, well, let's get back into the trio dinner. How about you've got a list there of some of the other contacts?
I do.
And the other chefs.
I do. I do want to recognize and thank those chefs that are participating for us. Obviously, we have Chef Mike with Vidalia's. The Hilton is also participating in the program. This is their second time participating. The Brentwood Restaurant and Bar in Little River is going to participate, so we're very pleased to have them on board. Grand Dunes Ocean Club.
Oh, yeah.
Aspen Grill is joining us, so we appreciate their sponsorship in this. Yumi Pacific Grill.
Yumi Pacific Grill, wonderful.
Greg Norman's.
Yes.
The Marina Inn at Grand Dunes. And then Vista Resort, their Just Off Main restaurant will be participating. And then Sidewheeler from Conway. So we do have a good variety of restaurants that are participating.
And as the committee chair, you really know them. I could have taken that list away from you. You don't need that in front of you. I probably need that here.
I worked hard at trying to get them. It was really important in dealing with Chef Mike, because he's gone through this before, that we reached out to chefs that could help in the mentor piece.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we wanted creativity, we wanted expertise, so it was important when we were looking at which restaurants to choose that we got the right ones on board.
Yes, absolutely. I don't think we highlighted the dinner will be held.
It will be held here, on April the 14th at 6 p.m.
And that's a great thing in and of itself to have some of these tremendous chefs from all up and down the Strand not having any concerns about it being in a location where there is another restaurant. I mean, this is obviously a center location for the city. But it's great to see chefs, much like coming around for the March of Dimes Chefs Auction, to be here supporting the event and supporting the cause, in this instance, these Education Foundation funds. much like the March at Arms. That's wonderful.
And our kitchen works well too, because we are set up to do large volumes.
Yes.
That when these type of events come into place, especially this particular one, there's some finishing off that needs to happen, and we have a kitchen suitable in size to accommodate that.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Speaking of that, give viewers a sense of the hotel if they've never been here before, Suzanne. We've got about 10 minutes, and of course we want to focus a little more on the folks who are receiving these dollars and why you all are doing the trio dinner.
Right.
But for viewers who may have never been to the Sheraton Myrtle Beach Convention Center Hotel, what would they find if they were coming here for the first time?
Well, it's a wonderful facility. When you walk in, we have a gorgeous lobby. We just renovated the lobby. I don't know if you noticed it when you walked in.
I'm sorry, I may not have. Yeah.
We did. So we continue to maintain the nice product that we have. As I mentioned earlier, the link will go into the lobby area, which will create a nice venue in the lobby. The hotel does have 402 rooms.
Oh, I was 2 off. Forgive me. Yeah.
And we have 20 suites. Which is nice and which is great for conventions because that's extremely important.
Yeah.
The suites are going through some remodeling this year. We have some new furniture that'll be coming for them this year as well. The corridors, we just replaced the corridor carpet, so the corridors look really nice. We did go all non-smoking this year.
Is that
the
right?
hotel
That's a big deal, yeah.
From the guest room perspective, completely non-smoking. The only place that we allow smoking right now is in the bar, and at the end of this year, we'll become a non-smoking facility.
The M-Bar here will be non-smoking by the end of the year.
By the end of the year. It is a big deal. So we will be doing that. We have wonderful beds, but we are replacing those with the new Sheraton Suite Sleeper bed this year. And we're going to change our bedding to all white. That is a Starwood initiative, so we will be moving forward with that. And we'll be serving Starbucks. We have it available here at Coffee and Cream, but we'll have it also in our guest rooms.
How exciting. We've heard it some of the mornings this week, going strong over here in Coffee and Cream here in the morning. Different guests this morning. We kicked off the week with Gretchen Abney. Boy, they were brewing up some cappuccinos over there, hot and heavy. Yeah.
Our restaurant and bar are wonderful spots to be at. Medallia serves excellent food. If you haven't been here to dine, cuisine. That's right. It's very, very good. And then obviously we have ample amount of meeting space being attached to the convention center. We actually do oversee the catering food service on the convention center side.
Oh, good. Okay.
So we're very involved in that aspect.
Well, what is your typical day like, Suzanne, as general manager? I mean, you are really into everything there. I mean, do you check out different floors? You go into rooms? What's that like?
I do. I don't think there is a typical day as a GM.
Yeah, I bet there's not.
Every day changes. But we do, I do walk the different areas. Some days are more prominent in other areas where I feel my focus might need to be. Work a lot on the sales and the revenue management side too, because obviously our focus is always on, getting the revenue into the hotel.
Oh yeah, to benefit the city as well as Interstate. That's a tremendous partnership.
That's right. So we work. I work very hard from that perspective as well. But there's no typical day in the hotel business.
That's fascinating. That is tough to imagine what a typical day would be like. Surely, depending on the groups that are coming to intermingle with them. And Mayor Rhodes was with us yesterday, and of course, this is one of the jewels for the city. He highlighted. We were obviously talking about the Market Common in its big opening yesterday, but of course he was highlighting the Sheraton Myrtle Beach Convention Center Hotel is really a gem, and as you said, is not a very common thing that cities will own the hotel there, but it's been a great setup here.
Right, and it works really well. I mean, we partner very well with the convention center and the CVB in reference to going after those large group pieces of business that use the hall and the meeting space and overflow into other hotels in this area.
That is wonderful, Suzanne. Let's get back to the trio dinner and the dollars are being raised for, obviously, again, folks, if they were to write a check to buy tickets, that's going to either trio dinner or Myrtle Beach Area Hospitality Association? That's
correct. What we're doing is we are raising money for scholarships, the education foundations. So that's really where our focus is. It goes right to them, and to those organizations that support them, like Ori Georgetown Tech, like the Academy of Technology Academics, the ProStart programs. That's correct. So that's where the monies benefit.
Okay, so of course and the other folks on your committee, did you have a pretty active committee?
I did. We try to get almost everything donated from this aspect, and
oh boy,
we do, and it's a lot of work. Leisure Time is donated the props.
Myra,
Right.
good. Yeah, she's
Love
probably
Myra.
a great partner to
She
work
is.
with.
We
And of
work
course, she
with
was
her on a lot of
dedicated
different
with,
things.
again, with the chef's auction, not to go back to the March of Dimes, but
Right.
that was such a great event, and I know the Sheraton, the Myrtle Beach Convention Center hotels worked very hard
Right.
to support that, the March of Dimes, and it's very successful chef's auctions here
Right.
the last few years. Myra got real involved this past year.
Right, Myra,
Really.
she's a great leader from that aspect, so
Yeah.
we appreciate her support. Cintas is another vendor that supports us and will actually provide everybody with a chef coats.
Okay,
The
and
students,
Cintas is,
it's
what are they?
uniforms.
Oh, good, okay.
And they'll provide the chef jackets for the culinary students that will be
Right.
participating from that
Right.
aspect. So we do reach out to a lot of different people to help sponsor the event.
Good, and a lot of the food will be donated. We can hear
Right.
the cappuccino. Is that cappuccino over
It
there?
is. It is. Would you like a latte?
They're going a latte. See all these fancy words. Starbucks really does it right. No, but we can enjoy hearing them make one. Yeah, we just got a couple of minutes, and
Okay.
as you highlighted the restaurants, please take the time to go ahead and just look down. You may not know all the chefs' names, but I know they're working real hard, particularly in the mentoring position, to make sure that the college student as well as the high school student really ramps up. And will the focus be that night on, I mean, is it really focusing on the students themselves, or
It
that's
is.
probably tough for the chefs who are oftentimes in the limelight to really turn the focus on the kids.
It is. The focus is on the kids, but the chefs are right there with them.
Right,
You know, they
right.
have to be. They're still learning, and they're truly their mentor for this. So we like to recognize the students and the chefs for all their hard work in putting this event together, because we couldn't do it without them.
Well, please share with us the name of these chefs, because obviously they're working hard there in the restaurant they're with. We've got a couple of minutes.
All right. Well, we have Chef Mike with Vidalias and the
is it just
Sheraton
Mike?
Myrtle Beach.
It's Mike something, right?
Mike Ford.
Mike Ford. Oh, good. Yeah.
And then we have Peter Gennaro from the Hilton.
Right.
Eric Mason, he's actually, I believe, the owner and the chef for the Brentwood restaurant
The
and bar.
Brentwood up there in
That's
Little River. Great.
Robert Booth from the Grand Dunes Ocean Club.
Oh, very nice.
Joe Sutherland from Aspen Grill.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Sean Thomas from Umi's Pacific Grill.
Sean Thomas.
Roxanne Trent from Greg Norman's.
Okay, great.
James Clark from the Marina Inn Grand Dunes.
Wonderful.
Rafael Morez from just off Main at the Avista. And then Mike McLaurin from Sidewheeler.
Fantastic. Now, did you have to go to each of these restaurants to dine with them to really make sure the chefs were okay before you would recruit them for the trio dinner?
No, I didn't actually, but I can tell you I have dined at most of them. And with the committee, the committee talked and gave out names, and then I sat with my chef and discussed the properties. And
pretty selective process there, obviously.
And making sure that we were making the right move with the participating chefs.
Right, absolutely. And the Myrtle Beach Area Hospitality Association is surely working hard to find partnerships to benefit students across the board, but they're also very actively getting the word out about the industry. You feel good the industry is at a pretty solid position right now?
I do.
Right.
I mean, it's the most important industry, honestly, to South Carolina and very much to Myrtle Beach. So I think that they have done a good job in raising awareness, and we'll continue to see more in my mind.
Right. Not too many tickets left. Now is really the time.
It is the time to buy. So if you're interested in attending, please purchase your tickets now.
Right. The cost, real quick, Suzanne.
The
I don't
cost
think I got that
is
out.
$85 per person.
Okay.
It obviously is all the food you can possibly eat, as well as cocktails are available. And we have entertainment. Coastal University is providing the entertainment for us that night. I don't know.
Coastal Carolina University. No, I'm sorry.
Right.
I think I missed out on that. I should have.
They will providing us the entertainment. They're jazz groups, so we're excited to have them on board. And but it's a great event. It's a great networking event, and it's just wonderful food.
And it'll start at what time?
6 p.m.
Okay, 6 p. So folks
6
need to
p.m.
come hungry. And of course, the great thing you highlighted is so many of the food items are donated.
Right.
So if someone's writing an $85 check,
that's right,
or committing for 2 tickets for $170, they know that almost every dollar there
is going
straight into the foundation or into education.
That's correct, which is the nice thing.
How exciting, Suzanne. Well, obviously you're The lobby's getting crowded here at 7:30
It is busy.
here on a Friday morning. And of
That's
course,
right.
real excited to have you in. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Very definitely. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with the committee chair of the upcoming trio dinner, Suzanne Hinde, coming up next. Are you thinking about a career in the hospitality industry? Are you thinking about a career in the hospitality industry? Can you cut a check for $85? If you can't, can your mom, can your dad, can a loved one? Take the time. This event is for you. If you're a student at the Academy for Technology and Academics or a student at Horry Georgetown Technical College, this event 10 days from now is for you. It's a special one. They don't do it every year. The Trio Dinner, you can go online to triodinner.com, triodinner.com. You can even buy a ticket online. There's only a handful of tickets left. They only had 200. They had sold 150 10 days ago. So you got to go online now or pick up the phone, 843-626-9668. This event's for you. It's going to be here, 10 chefs, a tremendous mentoring program for high school students and college students. But the tickets are $85, so you got to get out that night, Monday, April 14th, 6 p.m. here at the Sheraton Myrtle Beach Convention Center Hotel. You may have a chance to see Suzanne Hinde, the committee chair and general manager. Suzanne, thanks so much for being with us this morning.